Little goofing around there. What is up, everybody? My name is Bobby. I do music, and today we are checking out the Bogner Uberschall module for the Synergy amp system. I have no experience with the Uberschall itself, but I know it is gain. It is all of the gain. So we're gonna come at it from that angle. My introduction to the idea of the Bogner Uberschall was actually I had an old Line 6. I think it was a Pod X3 was the model. And it had an Uber model, and it was just gain. It was just all the gain. So I kind of, before getting the Uberschall module, I was looking at the high gain stuff, and at the time, Synergy didn't really have a rectifier. Pardon me. That's gross. They didn't have a rectifier, but they had a couple other high gain things, and I was looking at something similar to a rectifier. Now they have the direct module, which is going to be the next video after this one, I think. But I wanted something super high gain, super kind of thick and fizzy. And I think I saw somewhere the Uberschall defined or described as a rectifier, but more refined. And I like that. So we got two channels on this thing. They are not identical channels. This is one of the older modules. I think this wasn't launched. This was like the next round of modules they did after launch. But they're two independent channels. They are voiced very differently. They've each got gain and then pre-EQ and what is that? Boost and cut on the bottom one, I think it is. And then independent bass, middle, treble for each one, and of course volume. Today we are using my 7-string, my Ibanez S7320. We've got a Crunch Lab and liquefier from DiMarzio in the bridge and neck. The old John Petrucci standbys, and I just did it because I want chugs. So, running through my currently bypass pedal board, and we've got stereo delay and reverb, like we usually do, just for a little bit of that. I've got a gate on there too, just because without the gate, it's just hissy and noisy. So, we're gonna leave the gate in there. It's a Rev G8 4-cable method. And yeah, let's check it out. So, we're gonna do each channel independently because they are voiced different, and then we'll do a compare so you can hear side by side how different they are. If you look on the pre-EQ switches, you'll see the bottommost modes are highlighted. That's apparently the default mode that most closely matches the voicing of the original amplifier. So we've got it set there for now. And the same thing for the boost and cut switches in each channel. We'll check those out. I'm personally not a big fan of the boost and cut switches. You'll see they feel like just overall volume controls, which doesn't make sense to me on a switch, but we'll examine. We'll play with them. I'll show you what they do. So starting on the bottom channel, gain at just about 9 o'clock there, and we've got this to start with. It's got a lot of kind of mid, upper mid grind to it, which I really like. And at this gain level, it's pretty tight. Let's bump it up about there. Very forward, very present sound. Let me show you the pre-EQ. So we're in the default mode, which is what? B2, I think is what that says. The text is so tiny and I'm wearing glasses. Let's kick it up to B1. Actually feels like more brightness in B1, a little bit fizzier across the board, where B2 feels a little bit more focused. Let's go into the end mode, neutral. No bright. Super dark and super kind of flubby. We'll leave it in mode 2 there. Let's hit the cut. Okay, the cut is actually taking a lot of gain out. I was wrong. I know the boost on the top channel is mostly a huge volume jump, but this actually takes some gain out. I guess if you wanted to set the bottom channel up as a low gain sort of thing, but you get an Uberschall for all the gain. Let's give it all the gain. All the gain. And of course it does take boosts really well. I'm going to hit it with the precision drive here. All that aggression. Let's hear the EQ. Take the bass out. There's actually a lot of character down in the lows on this thing. Let's hit the mids. How about the treble? Kind of comes alive right there. And now it sounds like a blanket. So that's the bottom channel. So the bottom channel has a lot of this upper mid grind going on. The top channel, let's just get them roughly the same here as far as the gain. You're going to hear more gain, but also it's a smoother, more saturated sort of thing. So from the green channel to the red channel. So even with the treble up on that red channel, you get more sizzle, where on the green channel you get more of a grind sort of thing. There's also some more stuff going on in the low mids there too. It's just thicker in general, which makes it great for like high gain lead tones. Super thick and saturated. Let's show you the bottom end of the range. This does not get clean. Hit it with the precision drive because it takes it well. All that background hum, that 60 cycle you're hearing, I'm running my gate 4-cable method. There's a ground loop in there. I've actually got a transformer coming in, not Optimus Prime, to help with that in the effects loop. I tested it with, I've got an ABY switcher over here. This is nerdy crap, you probably don't care. Tested it with the ABY switcher I've got over here that has an isolation transformer. Pop that into the loop. I usually just have it here to switch between guitar and bass. I've got a bass rig over here too. And it's just a switch back and forth, but it's got a transformer. I threw it in the loop for that and it solved the problem. So I've got another one of those on the way to permanently solve that problem. So all that is going to go away, thankfully. And it's not a fault of the module or the SYN 2. It's just something that can happen on a lot of amps when you run a 4-cable method like that. So, yeah. Anyway, all of the gain and saturation, let's keep it kind of low where we can hear the bright switch on the red channel here. More saturated again in the upward mode, a little bit more broad. It's a little bit more focused in the bottom mode. And yeah, I've got the boost offs. A little bit fuzzier, broader, and then with it in the neutral mode. Nobody likes that. So, and then the boost, this might clip something here. We're going to find out. So I'm going to knock the volume down just a hair. I know it's not as fun to listen to. But if I hit the boost... I guess it's pulling up some mids too, but it's such a volume boost, it just seems ridiculous to me. I still haven't figured out like a good spot for it, so I just leave, really, if I'm using this module, I leave all of those switches in the highlighted default mode. Default mode. So yeah, let's sweep through the EQ on the top channel really quick because we haven't done that yet. Again, lots of character in the low end, lots of just air moving down there. Scoop the mids. Kind of gets stringy with the high end boosted too much there, but yeah, I mean, it's a great module. It's got all the gain you could ever want. It's super thick. If you need that sort of rectifier-ish, but a little bit more refined, a little bit more immediate, I guess. you do that, 5 add 9 sort of thing, it does the purr. So I really love it. I mean, I love all of the Synergy modules I have. I did the research before buying them for the most part. Some of them were impulsives, but I've regretted none of them. None of them. So yeah, thanks for checking it out. I appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoy. Subscribe if you want to see more. Like and leave a comment, all that stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Heavy.